So this is not the most famous Thai noodle dish, but once you've tried it, you will be wanting to come back for more and more. We're gonna make pad bun sen. All right, let's start off with the protein first because we're gonna do just a really quick little marinade. I'm using chicken today, chicken thigh, but you could use pork or prawns or even tofu as well. Totally up to you, but I just wanna season my chicken with a little bit of fish sauce and a little bit of black pepper. Just give that a mix. Okay, now just let that sit for a little while we prepare our noodles. The special part of this dish is that we're using a particular type of noodle. These are bean vermicelli, also known as bean thread vermicelli, glass noodles, cellophane noodles, mung bean noodles. They have a lot of names, but the great thing about them is that when they're cooked, they sort of have this translucent color to them and they take on a beautiful amount of flavor and they're nice and chewy too. I love these. So to prepare them though, you want to do it in a particular way so you don't get clumpy, gluggy noodles when you go to stir fry them. So this is what they look like, and I'm going to put them into a large bowl. And the mistake a lot of people make with these noodles when they're stir frying them is that they cook them in boiling water. They're just going to turn to mush if you do that. So what you want is just some warm water. It's not boiling, it's just steaming a little bit. And I'm going to cover the noodles with the water. Just use a fork to sort of spread them out a little, and they will literally need only 5 minutes. Don't be tempted to leave them for longer. As soon as they're soft, we want to get them out of that water. So while the noodles are doing their thing, we're going to do some extra bits and pieces for the noodles. I'm going to be using some spring onion. Okay, just slice those ends off. And I want to keep the spring onions into nice battens so that they're almost like a vegetable rather than a sort of garnish in this dish. Okay, so that's those. And then I've got these really large red chilies, and these are very mild. So whatever mild, large chili you have in your area, that's the one to use here, or you could even use capsicum as well. I don't even want the seeds in here because I don't want any sort of spice at all. I'm just after that sort of color and that sort of capsicum flavor. Okay, now I also want some eggs for this dish, and you just want to whisk those till they come together. Now, stir fry sauce. So, really simple oyster sauce. And the thing with this dish is that it shouldn't be really saucy. So we want just the barest whisper of enough sauce to cover and coat each of those noodle strands without it being very soupy or saucy. So a little bit of oyster sauce, a little bit of fish sauce, and then a little dash of sweet dark soy sauce. I like that one for color and that little bit of molasses flavor it adds. And then just a little dash of sugar. Now, my mum always added a little dash of sugar, just like a little pinch of salt, a little pinch of pepper to all of her sauces. So I do it too. But you can leave it out if you like. Okay, now let's have a look at our noodles. I can tell that they're really nice and soft, but not overly sticky or clumpy. But these look perfect. So I'm just going to drain them out into another bowl. And then to make stir frying even easier, I like to cut these into more manageable lengths. Just with some scissors, just cut through. Otherwise I find that it's very inconvenient to be picking up big strandfuls of noodle as you're trying to stir fry. So at this point, we're ready to do the sizzling. We have all of our ingredients ready to go. I've got some garlic, onion, and carrot to add to all the other stuff that we've got prepared. And I'm gonna heat up my wok. Now, if you don't have a wok, just a really large frying pan is best for this. What you want is to have a really large surface area for stir frying so it doesn't steam. This is not a dish where you want lots of sauce, as I said before. Okay, now when my wok is hot, I'm gonna add in some oil and my garlic and my sliced onion. I just love that smell already. So good. I'll just toss these around a little bit, just a minute or so. Okay, onions are just starting to color, so I'm going to add in my chicken. So the key whenever you're adding protein to your wok is spread it out so that it cooks as quick as possible. Okay, now give everything a toss. Okay, now we're ready for the carrot. Okay, now to cook the egg, I'm going to push everything to the side, make some space, and then I'm just going to add a little bit more oil into that space that I've created in there, and then in goes my egg. Now use your spatula to push the egg out and around. What we're trying to do is create like a scrambled egg situation here, but we still want chunks of egg. Don't want too much of a scramble. So I'm just letting that egg set a little bit. And now toss everything together. Okay, time for my noodles. and our stir fry sauce. I'm going to toss all of that together until the noodles are evenly coated. Okay, now for the extra color that we made, our chilies and the spring onion. They go in, toss that through, and we are done, ready to eat. Thank goodness, because I am hungry. Ah, look at those noodles. I love the texture, and look at that beautiful color. Can't wait for you guys to try this one.